Let's begin today's session with a quote and a simple teaching, a simple pointing. If you look up at the sky, all there is this vastness. And there may be effects happening in the sky. Stars, the moon, the sun, the clouds. Everything's floating by. But nothing sticks to the vastness. The mind and the person are like clouds floating by, taking different forms and shapes, like all the effects in and from the sky. Everything that appears in the mind and the person, nothing sticks. Without the vastness, none of this has any meaning at all. This vastness is your being. End quote. Muji. The I am that makes up your person, right? That is where we begin to create the person of who we are. I am Jake. I am into all these things. I am this, I am that. And then the mind comes into play and gives us all of our desires and wants and interpretations and math and logic. But what is before that I am is you, yourself. You are not all of the things that you identify with. The I am this, I am that. You are before I am. Before I am is awareness, consciousness, presence, a stillness of being. That is you, and that is your true self. Experience that now for the next 10 minutes. Be here. And Muji says, a simple exercise to understand what awareness is awareness and your true self are the same thing. So, and to test that, he uses the example of his hand, and he moves his hand and he shakes his hand and he says, you are aware of your hand shaking, but you are not shaking. You're aware of your hand shaking, but your conscious awareness is not shaking. That's life. Everything can move and change. Time can move. The mind can move its thoughts. The body can move its sensations. But none of that is you. You are the pure awareness, the vastness, like the sky. Muji says, the clouds can be in front of the vastness. It can hide the vastness. But it's also inside of the clouds. The vastness is behind the clouds, inside of it, in front of it. It encompasses everything. That is you. That is your vastness of being. That is the pure consciousness of this world and all of us emanating in it. So sit for the next 10 minutes with that metaphor of you are awareness. You are not all of the I am identification with everything. You are the awareness that witnesses the I am in you. So let's begin for the next 10 minutes and sit and recede before all of the I am, all of the identity, all of the mind and time. Before that is the vastness of your being, which is just awareness. It's very simple. You can't get rid of it. There's nothing you can do. Just recognize it for the next 10 minutes. Recognize your awareness. We begin in 3, 2, 1. 10 minutes of meditation. And feel free to continue your contemplation for more than 10 minutes. Or if you're still, in this stage of just practicing to practice, building your habit, you can jump off at this point. I just want to say, a little bit of what I've realized through today's practice. And if you feel like sharing, feel free to put your own responses, opinions, findings, pointings, realizations in the comments. And always send me, if you have any deeper questions, send them to my email. It's in the description of the channel on YouTube. I am. That phrase was huge. Realization, learning what that means. The sense of I am comes out of consciousness. Us, like all of the sentient beings that think and feel and create with the mind, using language and imagination. Sentient beings come into being, and then they have this I am, this identity, right? And we have this thing where we identify, say, I am this, I am that. But what is before that? Right? Where does all of this come from? And that is the contemplation. And for myself, I find that where do we come from? Everything points to the metaphor of the sky and the clouds. We come from the sky, but we're observing the clouds because we identify as being on this earth as humans, observing everything with the faculty that we are, the body. And we use the senses and the mind to interpret the form that comes out of the formless, vast awareness of consciousness. And that's where we come into being. And so tapping into self-realization, enlightenment, communing with God is to go back to source, go back to the source, and that is consciousness. And the gateway to consciousness is awareness. It is us first becoming sentient, conscious, aware. So that awareness presence, your sense of being before I am comes into play. Before I am, contemplate what is there before and access it through your awareness. Be aware, become aware of your personal identity, your mind, everything that's coming in and out. And test what is the only thing that is permanent. Like the hand waving. I'm aware of my hand. Stop and I'm still. The changes. But what is unchanging is the awareness, you observing. You can't get rid of it. You can't change it. I challenge you to try and get rid of your awareness. You can't, because that is who you are. That is your true nature, is awareness, conscious presence. Have a great time, whatever you're doing. Carry this into your life. This does not mean we have to take away from our personal identity, our wants, our desires, our pleasure, and our pain. It actually allows us to enjoy all of those feelings more fully and to understand the pain and the suffering as just afflictions of the mind and identity. So it allows us to live a incredible life because we understand what we are. We're not trapped in the illusion of the mind. I'll see everybody tomorrow. If you made it this far, join the blog so we can connect on a deeper level. It's in the description below and in the channel description. And please send an email if it's really coming to fruition for you, this practice, or you want to know more, like who am I listening to on YouTube daily? I have a playlist and I will send it. It's unlisted and I will send it to you. That has all of the satsangs, the meditations, the videos, the teachers that I listen to on a huge playlist I've been making. So let me know and I'll send that to you. But yeah, Good to see all of you again, and I will see you for tomorrow's session.